Shabbat Shalom and good Yontif. Just a reminder, please, upon penalty from a higher authority, remember to turn off your cell phones. Thank you very much. We'll be starting in a moment.
Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Please join us. Lai 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 lai.
Please be seated. So I want to ask us to turn to page 138 and offer Matovu, but as we do, to think about the word Yom Kippur. It means to cover up, lechaper, but it also, of course, is about bringing forth our best and our deepest, our most private to ourselves, and to try to dig deep into a place that we don't go on a daily or weekly basis. And so we'll begin this journey together, led by Cantor Lappin, Ma Tovu O'Alecha Yaakov, on page 138.
Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, O'Alecha Yaakov. משכנותיך ישראל, מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, ואני ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך, אשכב אל היכל קודשך ביראתך, מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. אדוני אהבתי מעון ביתך, ומקום משכן כבודך, משכן כבודך, ואני אשתחווה ואכרע, אברכה לפני אדוני עושי, מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. ואני תפילתי לך, אדוני, את רצון אלוהים ברוב חסדך, אלוהים ברוב חסדך, ענני באמת אישך, מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, משכנותיך ישראל.
Let's turn to page 157. Let's begin to offer some early morning blessings. Help us connect to the miracles of our life, the gift of honor. Ben Azai used to say, treat no one with scorn, regard nothing as useless, for all people have their moment, and all things have their place. Diamonds, when found in the ground, may look like worthless pieces of glass. It takes an expert to see the precious gem that is hidden within. Become an expert in human beings. Become an expert in human beings. Learn to see each one of us as a diamond in the rough. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh chol basar umafli la'asot. Page 158, a prayer for our soul.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Ata berata, ata itzarta, ata nefachta bi, ve'ata meshamra b'kirbi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi.
Let's offer this beautiful prayer in English, just so you understand it. What it's saying is, it doesn't matter how I was yesterday. My soul today is still pure. My work today, my privilege and opportunity today is to reveal the purity, the beauty of my neshama. Let's offer it in English. 158. Pure, my God, is the soul you have given me. You formed it. You shaped it. You breathed it into me. You keep it safe within me. Someday when the soul returns to you, I will find a place in eternity. But as long as Spirit breathes within me, I place before you my thanks. Eternal my God and God of my ancestors, Creator of all creations, Sovereign of all souls, Baruch Atah Adonai, Asher biyado nefesh kol chai, V'ruach kol basar ish. Page 170, Psalm 150. Page 170.
Hallelujah, 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 El B'Kodsho, hallelujah, Birki Auzo. Hallelujah, Bigmurotav, Hallelujah, Kerov, good Lord, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'tei kashofar, Hallelujah, b'nebel v'chinor, Hallelujah, b'tof u'machol, Hallelujah, b'minim ve'ugav, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 b'tziltzilei shama, hallelujah, b'tziltzilei truah, kol hanshama tehallelia. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we need your voice. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Now that we've got the oxygen flowing, let's rise on page 178 as we offer the Baruch Hu.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed.
181 in the middle together. Like an unbroken current, energy streams from the source, bathing the planet in light, calling forth life, movement, mind unfolding from matter, the power to love. And we offer it back to you, our own creative energy, ever dreaming, building, shaping patterns out of chaos, searching out light in the darkness. Creation never ceases, not for an instant. All life is aglow with your light. All things draw sustenance from the source. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. 183, the top.
Please be seated.
You love us by helping us grow. You give us Torah, a ladder for the soul together, words that draw us upward. Every mitzvah, an invitation to climb, forge and kiln and crucible to purify our hearts. You give us Torah. You love us by helping us grow. Page 184, in the middle of the page.
V'havienu leshalom me'arba kanfot ha'aretz v'tolicheinu komiyut le'artzeinu ki el poel yeshuot ata uvanu v'charta mikol am v'lashon v'keraftanu l'shimcha hagadol sela be'emet lehodot lecha uliachtecha be'ahava baruch atah Adonai habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Page 186, please rise for the Shema. Page 186.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. 188, Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 195. And they shall know that I, Adonai, am their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might abide among them, I, Adonai, their God. You took us out of the darkness so that your light might dwell among us. You showed us your power to bring down the powerful, uplift the enslaved, transform the social order. You showed us your strength so that we might remember our own together. We carry the Exodus vision wherever we go, lest we forget our sense of liberation, lest we lose the joy of breathing free, lest we grow indifferent and blind to others' pain. So long as we work to make you present, we walk the path of freedom. But if we forget to bring you into this world, then we return to the darkness. Page 196.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נונות תהילות אוסף אלה, שירה חדשה שבחוג גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופדחנו ממך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גל Yisrael.
I ask that we rise for our standing prayer, Tamidah, on page 198. 198.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agin tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים, ועודנו בספר החיים, למען האלוהים חיים. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים, ועודנו בספר החיים, למען האלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חורים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך מימית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. מי כמוך אל הרחמים, זוכר יצוריו לחיים, זוכר יצוריו לחיים, ברחמים לחיים ברחמים. ונאמן אתה להיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Please be seated. We move prayers about power, divine power. To page 208, we begin our prayer, Unatonic Tokef, probably the most well-known part of this prayer we get to in a couple moments. We ask rhetorically who will live and who will die, who will reach the ripeness of age, who by fire, who by water, who by war, who by beast. I want to just emphasize something that we probably recognize, that this is a prayer not about theology, about God choosing who by fire, who by water, who by... It's not theology. It's a prayer about reality. And in this world of earthquakes and hurricanes and so many tragic experiences in the last weeks, we know so clearly so palpably how true this prayer is. So, if I can ask you to turn to page 208, and we'll begin in English in the middle. And I want to just remind you what comes at the very, very end of this prayer, which is that teshuvah, tefillah, and tzedakah, despite the fact that there is so much in our lives that is beyond our control, we always have the capacity, the power, the courage, God willing, to bring our relationships, teshuvah, our prayerful hearts, tefillah, and our generous acts of goodness, our tzedakah, those acts, those aspects of our lives over which we have complete control, they really can change the experiences of our lives. So on page 208, we'll offer together in English in the middle. Let us proclaim the power of this day, a day whose holiness awakens deepest awe and inspires highest praise for your dominion. For your throne is a throne of love. Your reign is a reign of truth.
ונתן תוקף קדושת היום כי הוא נורא והיום ובוא תינשא ויקון בחסד כיסאך ותשב עליו באמת.
At the bottom of 208, in truth, you are judge and plaintiff, counselor and witness. You inscribe and seal, you record and recount. You remember all that we have forgotten. And when you open the book of memories, it speaks for itself. For every human hand leaves its mark, an imprint like no other. 2:10. And so a great shofar will cry, Tekiah. A still small voice will be heard. Together, angels in a whirl of fear and trembling will say, Behold the day of judgment, for they too are judged. In your eyes, even they are not blameless. All who come into the world pass before you like sheep before their shepherd. As a shepherd considers the flock, when it passes beneath the staff, you count and consider every life. You set bounds, you decide destiny, you inscribe judgments. 2:12.
בראש השנה ייכתבון וביום צום כיפור ייכתבון
On Rosh Hashanah, this is written. On the fast of Yom Kippur, this is sealed. How many will pass away from this world? How many will be born into it together? Who will live and who will die? Who will reach the ripeness of age? Who will be taken before their time?
בראש השנה ייכתבון וביום צום כיפור ייכתבון ייכתבון
by fire and who by water, who by war and who by beast,
who by famine and who by drought, who by earthquake and who by plague, who by strangling and who by stoning. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, yikatevun, uvyom tzom kippur yekatevun, yekatevun.
Who will rest and who will wander, who will be tranquil and who will be troubled, who will be calm and who tormented, who will live in poverty and who in prosperity, who will be humbled and who exalted.
Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, yikatevun, uvyom tzom kippur yekatevun, yekatevun.
2:14 together at the top. But through return to the right path, through prayer and righteous giving, we can transcend the harshness of the decree.
Uteshuva, utefila, utsedaka, Mavirin et ragzera.
2:16. We who are mortal, our origin is dust, and so is our end. We wear out our lives to get our bread, like broken vessels, like withered grass, like a flower that must fade, a shadow moving on, a cloud passing by, mere dust on the wind, a dream that flies away. 2:18.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam keshem shemagdishim oto b'shmei marom kakatov al yad neviecha v'kara el ze ve'amar. Adir, Adir Reinu, Adonai, Adoneinu, Ma Adir Shimcha, Bechol Haaretz. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו, והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי.
We continue praying on our own. We won't meet up again until page 244. So I just encourage you to find whatever on the following pages speaks to you, either the interpretive poetry in the gray, the traditional prayers. Even focusing on one line, one word with intention is enough. So in just a moment, we'll be offering our people's most ancient blessing. It can be found on 244. But to prepare for this moment, we are going to invite you to stand according to this order. If you are a new member to Temple Beth-El this year, would you stand? Don't worry, soon you won't be alone.
Actually, no, there are about 50 new members this year. So.
Yeah, but maybe they're all upstairs. Oh, love it. Beautiful.
Many of you are with your kids downstairs, upstairs.
Welcome. If you've joined in the last 5 years, stand. Last 10? 15? 20? 30?
Look around as you stand. Look around.
40? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone. 50? If you have been a member of Temple Beth-El for over 50 years, please stand, if you're able.
Put your hand up in the air. Oh my God, amazing.
And if you are here just because you love someone who's a member here, stand on up. Okay. So if you want, if it feels right, you can hold someone's hand next to you or not, but just this is a moment when we get to be connected to each other, connected with this mystic hyperlink back to ancient times, and take in all the blessing that's waiting there just to be soaked up.
Yevarech Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you, sound of mind and spirit, open to the miracles of this world.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
There's a great light shining down from above. It's that light of warmth and curiosity and compassion and passion. May each and every one of us feel that light at every moment possible, and may we know that it's our job to share it and radiate it in every direction.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May you have the ultimate blessing, a blessing of internal peace that you radiate out in order to make this world more whole.
Amen.
You may be seated, 246.
Barucheinu Avinu kulanu kechad beor panecha ki beor panecha natata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Torat Chaim ve'ahavat chesed u'tzedakah u'veracha ve'rachamim ve'chayim ve'shalom. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל ואת כל העמים בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שים שלום בספר חיים, בספר חיים, ברכה ושלום ופרנסה טובה, בספר חיים, בספר חיים, ברכה ושלום ופרנסה טובה, ניזכר וניכתב לפניך, לפניך, ניזכר וניכתב לפניך, לפניך. אנחנו עמך בית ישראל, לחיים, לחיים טובים ולשלום. Please join us. בספר חיים, בספר חיים, ברכה ושלום ופרנסה טובה.
So many, most, maybe virtually all of you know that as we get to the end of the service for each of the high holidays, we look at each of the people in the bima and we thank them. And there's always one person on the bima who deserves a very specific and special and set-aside kind of thank you. Ron, brother, Epstein, please come up. We're going to hear from Ron. He's going to speak in a few moments. But first, Tara and I want to offer our thank you. So getting to look down at your amazing, wonderful wife and son. David is somewhere, probably singing and bringing cheer to the world. As you all, no idea what you assume or feel or think, but for us, it's incredible privilege and blessing and joy to love our boss. No, really, I mean that. It's true. And the deeper feeling is not one of boss, but it's of brother and family member and confidant and advisor and student and all of the above. Absolutely. And as I think about two of the most central loves in your life, none of which compare to your family, I'm thinking about, Ron, your love of Judaism. Ron has this heart thing. You know, he just wants things to go well for the Jews.
It's true.
Go
Jews.
Go Jews. No, it's true. And in addition to that, Ron is someone who cares deeply about humanity and is working in ways that you all have no idea, not just to help Temple Beth-El, but people who are not nearly as well off as we are, separate from his work here. In your love starts with family, of Judaism and humanity is, I think, the big reasons why you love being here and have devoted, sacrificed, spent, I hope not wasted, so much time making Beth-El as wonderful and precious an institution as it is. We love you and I'm grateful.
Oh, thank you.
But we're not done.
As usual, my words are slightly more scripted, but equally from the heart. I'm thinking about your Hebrew name, Raphael. It's one of the 4 archangels who surrounds us when we drift into sleep. And I often invoke the name of these 4 when I'm at a bedside helping people with healing and strength. And the prayer that goes with it, it says, Me'achorai Raphael. And behind me is Raphael. And it's a pretty fitting image for a president because so much of what you do is behind the scenes. Yes. It's the late night emails, it's the parking lot conversations that I can hear when I'm going to sleep. Oops. Be aware. It's the difficult decisions that define and determine the life of an institution, of the clergy and the staff, and of the community. To be a president is to be that guiding presence at so many moments. So you've been the one acharenu, right, behind us, making it work in moments that are public, with the fanfare, but much more often than not, those private moments. And I've said to you before many times, in moments of public thanks, it's an incredible feeling to know you have our backs, and Meir and I are deeply grateful for that. You have had a massive impact on us and on our family. And speaking of family, I know you well enough at this point to know that you have your own guiding angels, your sons, finding their own ways, their unique paths in this world. And of course, Sharon, my own personal guardian angel. But I'm thinking in particular of something else. I'm thinking of your parents. And I noticed once that the screensaver on your phone is, I think it's your parents' wedding picture, this black and white photo. And I was so touched by that. And by the tenderness with which you always speak of them. And I know that this high holiday season was your mother's favorite. So their joy in you, in your contribution, in the man you have become, and in your achievements, it is shining down now from wherever they are. And your pride in and devotion to family, our congregational family, our people, is their legacy. And thus it's a gift to us all. So thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Am I supposed to give a speech after that?
Yes, this is your speech.
Because I'm not sure I can compose myself. Wow. Wow. I'm a little overwhelmed by that, and that's a little emotional. So forgive me if my voice cracks a little bit. Thank you, Meir and Tara, Rabbi Feldman. The feeling is mutual. Can you all hear me? Yes? The feeling is quite mutual. Each and every day brings with it new challenges, but also new vision and opportunities. And it's more than that. It's more than boss. I feel to you like your family. I know you feel that way about my family. The conversations that you've had, Meir, I know, with both my sons, Matthew and David. Tara, the relationship that you and Sharon have developed over the years, and certainly it's a brother and sister feeling that I have for both of you, it's been a privilege to serve with you. It certainly doesn't feel like a boss relationship at all. So thank you so much, really, so much. I'm a little overwhelmed by that. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Cantor Lappinen and Rabbi Molbaum, Vlad and Ellie. What an incredible year and a half it's been. Ellie, who is in another part of the building, running services for our youth and our younger families. I want to thank you for your unbounded energy, drive, wisdom, and fresh outlook that you bring to this congregation each day. And Vlad, thank you for all the wonderful and inspirational music that you provided throughout these high holidays, but really throughout the year. Your generosity of spirit and your rich and soulful voice has lifted our prayer experience in such meaningful ways. It is with great excitement that we look towards the future with this incredible, dynamic clergy team. I want to say greetings to some wonderful people on the bima with me this morning. Vice Presidents Barbara Podwall and Jordana Levine, Treasurer Ebby Saraf, and Brotherhood President Marty Einhorn. These are fantastic people that do so much work here at Beth-El. And as always, a special acknowledgement to each of the former Beth-El presidents with us this morning. Your efforts on behalf of this congregation, both past and present, have left a lasting impression, and we honor your service. I see Roger and Frank and Leslie and Nina and Marge, and I don't know if I left anyone out that's here. I don't think Shelley and Steve are here, and I spoke to Mike Pomerantz the other day, and he's doing well. So I'd like to extend a special thank you to our Executive Director, Stu Botwinick, and his talented and dedicated administrative and maintenance staff who have made our prayer experience today possible. A special shout out to Trustee Elaine Springer for her countless behind-the-scenes efforts. Thank you so much, Elaine. A warm welcome, he's not here with us today, but to Honorary Vice President Bill Perez, who is watching on streaming video. Bill, it is wonderful to see you last week at Rosh Hashanah services, and I know you're watching today from home. Throughout Bill's recovery, it has been clear that Beth-El is always in his heart as he's been barking out last-minute details and instructions, making sure we had all the bases covered. The tireless efforts of our professional team, not only during these high holidays, but indeed throughout the year, are so worthy of praise. In simple terms, they keep us running each and every day. To each of them, as well as to all the dedicated lay leaders who would give back so much to this community. Beth-El's Board of Trustees, officers, committee chairs, a heartfelt thank you. And a special shout out to our usher crew today who are doing a fantastic job. So, those extremely important acknowledgments having been made, a special welcome to each of you. Shana Tova, Shabbat Shalom. Come on, you can do better than that. Shabbat Shalom. There you go. I wanted to make sure you're all paying attention. So, a young Jewish man out in the world for a number of years now calls home one day to have a heartfelt talk with his mother. Mom, I'm so very excited. It's finally happened. I'm in love. And Mom, I'm bringing home a wonderful woman that I want to marry. How nice, says his mother. Mom, she's a Native American girl, and her name is Shooting Star. How nice, says his mother. And Mom, I too have an Indian name now, he says. It's Running Deer. And from now on, I want you to call me that. How nice, says his mother. And Mom, from now on, you too should have an Indian name, he says. I already do, says his mother. You can call me Sitting Shiva. It's a good joke. It's a really good joke. Regulars, it's a great joke. Regulars on Friday evening Shabbat services know that I've offered this joke on more than one occasion. I realize that it may not necessarily seem like the typical Yom Kippur joke, but it is a favorite of mine. We all love our marvelous Jewish moms, and on a personal note, as Rabbi Tara mentioned, this time of year always brings my dear late mother to mind, born on a Yom Kippur morning some 94 years ago. This was her favorite time of year, and she loved that joke. It also just happens to be plain funny. A silly little cultural yarn that doesn't take itself so seriously. Somewhat politically incorrect for our modern times, I suppose, which frankly makes it all the more whimsical to me. We are all way too hot-wired these days, overstimulated, over-political, oversensitive, overwhelmed, angry, divided, and fearful. We seem to talk at each other, not to each other. According to a recent Pew Research Center study conducted last year in 2016, Americans, by almost every conceivable measure, are less positive and more critical of the direction of government, less positive and more critical of accepted cultural norms, and significantly more wary of fellow citizens. A perfect storm, it's been described, of conditions associated with distrust of government, a lagging economic landscape, bitter partisan-based backlash, and an epic discontent with Congress and elected officials. The same study explored the correlation of this perfect storm with a marked decline in participation in standard organized religious affiliations. Americans have become less religious in recent years by measures such as how important they say religion is to them and their frequency of religious service attendance and prayer. But at the same time, this same share of people across a wide variety of religious identities describe themselves as yearning for and lacking of spiritual peace and well-being. Rogue dictatorships, Islamic terror groups, and growing anti-Semitism globally, a bombastic American president, violent political discord, and the rise of far-right and far-left extremism nationally. Even here at home in Great Neck, concern and fear and oftentimes intolerance of the rapidly changing demographics. Throw in a natural disaster or two for good measure. Perhaps it's no wonder our stress levels are elevated. No wonder we are coiled up and ready to spring. No wonder our spiritual tanks are running on empty. But is that really a good excuse? Is our moment in history really so unique? Are our times so much more draining of our spiritual fuel than those who came before us? And why, when it is spirituality that we seek, are we shying away from participation in the very institutions that traditionally feed our souls? As we enter into the 90th anniversary year of our beloved Beth-El, I'd like to explore this with you as I take you on a brief journey back in time. And I promise that's not as scary as it sounds or as long. With the end of World War I and the passage of the 18th Amendment prohibition, Americans entered into the very distinctive 1920s, an era of staunch conservative leadership, nationalistic and fundamentalist movements, and conflicting social conventions. The nation elected 3 successive and oft-times controversial Republican presidents who favored business expansion rather than regulation, successfully unleashing the powerful engine of America's economy. At the same time, however, fear of radicals and foreigners combined to almost completely close off America to immigration and contributed to the resurgence of hate groups such as the Ku Klux Klan. Religious fundamentalism revived as new moral and social attitudes came into vogue. A popular presidential campaign slogan of the time, quote, "a return to normalcy," aptly described the mood of American politics for the entire period. The nation had turned away from the progressive era of Woodrow Wilson, but not without strife, as frequent clashes between violent far-left Communist Party sympathizers and far-right nationalists spread across the country. Internationally, rogue regimes were making threatening gestures to their neighbors and the world. Benito Mussolini's fascist dictatorship had seized control of the Italian populace. Adolf Hitler's anti-Semitic rants and chatter of global domination were gaining political momentum against the Weimar Republic in Germany, and the extremist Islamic Brotherhood had just formed in Egypt. The famous refrain by French journalist Jean-Baptiste Alphonse Karr, "The more things change, the more they stay the same," seems eerily insightful. In 1928, Great Neck was still a small rural community of 12,000, primarily farms and grand estates. The area's demographics were beginning to change with a new influx of residents. 35 years after the first Jew, a tailor, what else? Abraham Wolfe arrived with his family. The Jewish community was rapidly growing. Over 150 families had migrated east from Brooklyn and the Bronx, and more were on their way. The changing look of Great Neck wasn't Orthodox or Middle Eastern or Asian. In 1928, the new face of Great Neck was that of Reform Jewry. We, my friends, were the others. In a troubling world surrounded by an uncertain and hesitant broader community, a handful of visionary leaders realized that having a center in which to pray, to educate their children, and to form communal bonds mattered. It was essential. During those challenging times, Temple Beth-El offered a place to nurture their spiritual needs. Throughout the difficult Depression era and during the war years, this congregation stood ready, leading charitable efforts that fed and clothed the needy, offering services for the blind, organizing drives that supported our troops in Europe and Japan, opening new dialogue and understanding with neighboring houses of worship, and providing for its members a core center for Jewish life and learning. During those challenging times, Temple Beth-El offered a place to nurture their spiritual needs. During the late 1940s and into the booming 50s, this congregation stood ready, at the forefront of the American effort lobbying for Israeli independence, loudly denouncing McCarthy-era blacklists, and welcoming in dozens and dozens of new Reformed Jewish families as post-war population patterns moved from urban to suburban living. During those changing times, Temple Beth-El offered a place to nurture their spiritual needs. During the turbulent 60s and 1970s, this congregation stood ready as a loud and forceful voice in support of the civil rights movement, as a loud and forceful voice for dialogue in the conflict in Vietnam, as a loud and forceful American voice in support of Israel during 2 wars. And throughout the darkest and most volatile days of political strife, assassinations, and protests, to its members during those difficult times, Temple Beth-El offered a place to nurture their spiritual needs. Throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, this congregation stood ready. Economic booms and downturns, ever-shifting political winds, and the technological revolution. We saw our numbers peak, and then we saw them contract as demographics altered. We transitioned as we honored a beloved religious leader and enthusiastically welcomed new ones. This congregation has always risen to answer the call, rebuilding our physical structure after the tragic fire and returning ourselves to fiscal health, meeting every test along the way, and throughout it all, never losing sight of the needs of our members. During all those challenging times, Temple Beth-El offered a place to nurture those spiritual needs. Beth-El's history, its legacy, would not be complete without mention of the people who helped to shape it. 4 eras of inspirational rabbis: Goodis, Rudin, Davidson, and Feldmans. Along with them, a host of gifted cantors, associate and assistant rabbis, and 15 past temple presidents, each one individually having had a profound and lasting influence during their tenures. Added to them are our brotherhood, sisterhood, and Club Chai leaders, as well as a myriad of committee chairs, participants, and educators who have made up the tapestry of Beth-El life. Lador Vador Gadlecha, grateful for all who've come before. The circle of life goes on. And indeed, it does go on. So that brings us to today. We've mattered in immeasurable ways to generations of Beth-El members over the past 9 decades. But do we still matter today? As the Pew study mentioned earlier suggests, there is a deep desire and a searching for spirituality in today's troubled world, but a marked disconnect from generations past as to how to find that meaning. How then do we spiritually nurture today's yearning souls? Frankly, I have no easy answer for this weighty question, but I can't help thinking about what so many people typically associate with being Jewish. After all, is there such a thing as authentic Judaism? A generation or two ago, it was about how often you came to synagogue. Did you keep a kosher home? Did you adhere to and educate your children in traditional observant rituals? Jewish was our birthright. We acted in a certain way, joined a synagogue, and did things because that's what Jews do. Go Jews, right? Today, there is very little we do without asking the bigger question, why? Why for me? While it may have been good for my parents, my grandparents, or my great-grandparents, why is being Jewish good for me today? In his book, God Was Not in the Fire, Rabbi Daniel Gordis writes, Judaism, more than any other major religious tradition, does not see skeptics as second-class citizens. It would be difficult to imagine a committed Christian for whom some faith statement about Jesus was not a central religious tenet, or a Muslim openly skeptical about Allah. In that regard, Judaism is somewhat different. Judaism does not require faith statements as a sign of legitimacy. Judaism does not ask Jews to give up their questions or to deny their doubts. This concept resonates deeply for me. For my own personal Jewish journey, faith has never been the starting point. Questioning has never been the adversary of spiritual growth, but rather what has fueled the exploration. That may sound surprising coming from a synagogue president, where from the outside one may presume my faith to be unwavering, but I have always had questions and doubts. I believed in God, well, sort of, or at least I really wanted to, but did I have a relationship with God? I always saw myself as a proud member of the tribe, as my dad would say, periodically attending temple services and functions, enrolling my boys in Hebrew school, lighting yahrzeit candles, fasting on Yom Kippur. I was an active cultural Jew, but ritual itself didn't speak to me. I had great respect for all of it. I still do. It didn't, however, provide the spiritual spark I needed. I searched for spiritual meaning elsewhere. My involvement here at Beth-El over the past 20 years has been a slow evolution. But over time, I began to make the Jewish spiritual connection. Always passionate about community service and social action causes, I began to participate here on various committees and projects, and a true sense of community, charity, caring, and purpose began to stir. Perhaps I didn't need to look elsewhere to find that spiritual ember. Perhaps it was right here on my own home court. 5 years ago, I took the reins as president of this storied congregation, a role I assure you I could never have imagined for myself. Standing alongside of learned clergy and gifted congregants, observing their devotion to causes, experiencing their talents, and sharing in their wisdom, I have been continually inspired and enriched by this community. While the challenges have been great, the rewards have been even greater. It has been a time of introspection, of personal growth, and of learning. Being of service to your families has enabled me to continually discover better versions of myself along the way, and has been a constant reminder that, yes, I am indeed in a relationship with God. Each of you have your own spiritual road on which you'll travel, and it is a personal path. It is for you to discover. But one thing for certain is that it doesn't just happen. It takes action. Judaism asks us to grow and improve our capacities to be accepting, strong, and agents of change. Our tradition insists that we grow and alter our fate. Wherever you touch Jewish life, it asserts a belief that as important as yesterday is, it does not determine tomorrow, that standing still is not an option. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel reminds us that, quote, we either ascend or descend, we either climb or fall, that our giving up some part of ourselves is an essential part of any authentic spiritual path. Temple Beth-El offers multiple ways in which to take action, to provide financial support, and to give of oneself. Caring for the infirm, mentoring our youth, feeding the hungry, partaking in and offering of education, sheltering the homeless, comforting the bereaved, building bridges across communities, supporting Israel, the list goes on and on. We do amazing work here at Temple Beth-El. Throughout the course of the coming year, we will be celebrating our 90th milestone with a range of celebrations and programming, educational offerings, community service, and naturally fundraising. There will be no shortage of brand new opportunities to share of oneself. Yes, these are challenging times, but I personally don't believe in that perfect storm of discontent. We undoubtedly live in an imperfect world, and there is much work still to be done. Tikkun olam, repair of the world, is still very much our charge. But by any honest measure, for much of the planet, certainly for Americans, and that includes American Jews, we are living in the most prosperous and the most enlightened era in the history of humankind. I believe that for those who are wanting and yearning for spirituality and finding a disconnect in where to find it, they've simply lost perspective. Religious institutions do matter. Judaism's message, and notably our brand of engaged Reform Judaism, does matter. Beth-El's prominent place here in Great Neck does matter, for within our midst are the ingredients that can enable us to ease our anger, heal our divisiveness, and soothe our fears. This congregation, as it has for generations, stands ready. Create your own moments. Become an active part of what brings about progress for our temple, our community, and the world. Discover your Jewish spirituality. Temple Beth-El's gift to its members then, now, and for the future is in being that place in which spiritual needs are nurtured. I'd encourage you to partake in the waters here. If I am not for myself, then who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, then what am I? And if not now, when? Wisdom of Hillel from the 1st century CE. Yom Kippur affords us the opportunity to take pause as we reflect on the course of our lives. We look back and assess the year that was, and we prepare for the year that will be. We think of family and friends, those who once were with us, and those who are with us still, and the significance they have brought to our lives. May we gain and give strength to each other in the warm and welcoming arms of our loved ones. Gamor Chatima Tova, may you be sealed for a good year in the book of life. May you use your time to bring joy and healing to others and peace and serenity to your hearts. Sharon, Matthew, David, and I wish for you and your loved ones a sweet and joyous New Year 5778, filled with health and happiness, and radiant with prosperity and peace. Shana Tova to you all.
We now come to our Torah service, inviting everyone to rise and calling up our Torah holders, ark openers. We're on page 252.
Page 252. Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu Shema Kolenu.
Avinu Malkeinu,
Almighty and merciful, hear our voice.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu Lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu,
We have strayed and sinned before you.
Avinu Malkeinu, Hamol Aleinu Ve'al Olalenu V'Tapenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and our families.
Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Dever V'Cherev V'Ra'av Me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu,
halt the onslaught of sickness, violence,
and hunger.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei Kol Tsar Umastin Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu,
halt the reign of those who cause terror.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kodbenu B'Sefer Chayim Tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the book of lives well lived. Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a year of goodness.
Avinu Malkeinu, Malei Yadeinu Mibirchotecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, let our hands overflow with your blessings.
Avinu Malkeinu, Harem Karen Meshichecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, let our eyes behold the dawn of redemption. Avinu Malkeinu, na al teshivenu rekam milfanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, we pray, do not turn us away from you with nothing.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kabel Berachamim Uvratzon et Tefilatenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, welcome our prayer with love, accept and embrace it.
Avinu Malkeinu, Aseh Imanu Lema'an Shemecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, act toward us as befits your name. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh lemancha imlo lema'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, act for your sake, if not for ours.
Avinu Malkeinu, Ein Lanu Melech Ele Ata.
Avinu Malkeinu, you alone are our sovereign.
Avinu Malkeinu, Ptach Sharei Shamayim Litfilatenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, let the gates of heaven be open to our prayer. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu, Chus V'Rachem Aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice, treat us with tender compassion. Avinu Malkeinu, Anenu, Ein Lapanu Ma'asim, Aseh Imanat Tzedakah V'Chesed V'Hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace, for our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu Lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Amol Aleinu, Ve'al Aleinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, kotbeinu b'sefer chayim tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Adesh Aleinu, Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Malkeinu, Adesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Honeinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu masim, Asei imanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Asei imanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Behoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu masim.
255. Ein Kamocha.
Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai oz lemo itein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Harahamim heitiva virtzonecha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim tivnei chomot Yerushalayim כי בכל עבד בטחנו, מלך אל רם ונישא אדון עולמים.
Page 256, at the top of the page, we offer the 13 attributes of forgiveness of God. First in English on 256. Adonai, Adonai, together. God, compassionate, gracious, endlessly patient, loving and true, showing mercy to the 1,000th generation, forgiving evil, defiance, and wrongdoing, and granting pardon. And now in Hebrew, Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim V'Rav Chesed V'Emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nosei Avon V'Fesha V'Chata V'Nakeh. And we do it one last time. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim V'Rav Chesed V'Emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nosei Avon V'Fesha V'Chata V'Nakeh.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh v'nora Shemo. Gadlul Adonai Tiyun Romema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula v'Hagevura v'Hatiferet v'Hanetzach v'Hahod, ki hol b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki hol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai הממלכה ומתנשא לכל לראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, ותשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, אדוני אלוהינו רוממו, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
Please be seated.
Beautiful job, our Torah carriers. These Torahs are heavy. So, just a reminder that we have back in the Oneg room and the social hall Torahs that will be followed along with as we chant from up here. If you'd like the opportunity to be in a more interactive place with the sacred scroll, step up. Anyone is welcome to do so.
Okay, I want to call our first two Torah readers, Elise Kosarin and Rona Miller. Elise and Rona, where are you? Oh yeah, you're upstairs. There are, yes, we get to see you. This morning we have, like Rosh Hashanah, we have amazing Torah chanters, Torah readers, and Elise and Rona are two of them, and they're up in the choir, so it's a great thing to have you down. Susan, next year you. Okay, so.
For the honor of our first Aliyah, Deborah and Stu Lempert.
And we ask for the first two Aliyot to come up. Okay. Yay, Debbie and Stu. We're going to be on page 266 in your Machzor, your book, beginning on verse 9. And come on up, Elise, you're up. Wait, hold on.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach,
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Atem nitzavim hayom kuhem lifnei Adonai Elohem Roshechem Shivtechem Ziknehem V'shotrehem Kol Ish Yisrael Tapchem Neshechem V'gerecha Asher Bekerev Mahanecha Mehotev Eitzecha Ad Shoev Memecha Levrecha Bivrit Adonai Elohecha Uvalato Asher Adonai Elohecha Koret Imha Hayom. Lema'an Hakim Otecha Hayom Lo. Okay. Le'a Behu Yelecha Lelohim Ka'asher Diber Lach Va'akasher Nishba La'avotecha La'avraham Le'yitzhak U'Yaakov V'lo etchem levadechem Anochi koret et haberit hazot ve'et ha'ala hazot ki et asher yeshno po imanu omed hayom lifnei Adonai Eloheinu ve'et asher einenu po imanu hayom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
That's a very high bar to set, all you Aliyah people. And for
I want to now ask Melanie and Cam Cooper, where are you guys? Melanie and Cam, are you close by? Torah readers, they're coming down, and why they come, where they approach, we'll have the second Aliyah.
come on up. The Levine gang, as your email says, all of them.
Where's come.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamorah. Baruch Adonai Hamorah Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamorah
Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim, Venatan Lanu Et Torato, Baruch Ata Adonai, Noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'haya chi yavo alecha kol hadvarim ha'ele habracha v'haklala asher natati lifanecha v'hashevota el levavecha b'chol hagoyim asher hidichacha Adonai Elohecha shama v'shavta ad Adonai Elohecha v'sham'ata b'kolo kechol asher anochi mitzavecha hayom ata uvanecha b'chol levavcha ub'chol nafshecha v'shav Adonai Elohecha et shivotecha v'richamecha v'shav v'kibetzecha mikol ha'amim asher hefitzecha Adonai Elohecha shama im yihiyeh nidachecha biktzei hashamayim misham yikabetzecha Adonai Elohecha umisham yikachecha.
Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, b'chayei olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch Ata Adonai, noten HaTorah.
Amen. Thank you for all the life and energy you bring to our community. And so for the honor of the third Aliyah, we call up the Podwells, Barbara and David. All of them, actually.
Cam will be chanting. Continue on verse 5 for those following along.
Want to kiss him?
Baruch Adonai Hambarah.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'heviacha Adonai Elohecha el ha'aretz asher yarshu avotecha yerishta v'heitevcha v'chirbecha me'avotecha umal Adonai Elohecha et levavcha ve'et levav zarecha le'ahava et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha ובכל נפשך למען חייך ונתן אדוני אלוהיך את כל העלות האלה על אויביך ועל שונאיך אשר רדפוך ואתה תשוב ושמעת בקול אדוני ועשית את כל מצוותיו אשר אנוכי מצווך היום.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet V'haye olam nata betochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen, amen, amen. You guys are the best. And for the fourth Aliyah, Gilda and Mark Wolf. It's kind of a celebration of your keeping our downtown vibrant for so many years. But we're taught that we're at camp and campus.
Wait, I didn't call our Torah readers up. Leslie and Tracy. Leslie and Tracy. Andy, you can come as well. Why don't you join them? Tracy, there you are. Come on. Leslie, this is you. We'll be continuing on verse 9.
Baruch Adonai.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Baruch Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
V'hotircha Adonai Elohecha v'chol ma'aseh yadecha v'fri vitnecha uv'fri nafshecha uv'fri admatecha l'tova ki yashus Adonai lasos alecha l'tova ka'asher sas al avotecha ki tishma bekol Adonai Elohecha lishmor mitzvotav vehukotav hakituva v'sefer haTorah hazeh ki tashuv el Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzav hayom lo niflehi mimcha velo rechaka hi.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
So Mark, even though you're retiring from camp and campus, we know we're taught that we're clothed in mitzvot, and we'll give you lots of ways to keep the industry going. Thank you for everything. Okay. Fifth Aliyah, Marty Einhorn, our Brotherhood president. Marty?
So we continue in verse 12.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bacha Banu B'Kol Halam B'Kali L'Tana HaTorah. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Lo bashamayim hi lemor mi ye'ale lanu hashamayma vayichachea lanu v'yashmienu ota v'na'asena v'lo me'ever layam hi lemor mi ye'avor lanu El ever hayam vayichachea lanu v'yashmi'enu ota v'na'asena ki karov elecha hadavar me'od Befika uvilvavecha la'asoto. Re'e natati levanecha hayom et hachayim v'et hatov v'et hamavet v'et hara.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher naten lanu noteh emet. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen, amen. Thank you for your incredible leadership of brotherhood, taking the reins. And for the 6th Aliyah, everyone who was involved with the forgiveness committee and the committee that convened the conference that happened just under a year ago here, 500 people coming in to talk about forgiveness and compassion.
Sharon, Ross, and Lori Beth, you're here. Eileen, Sandy, and Randy. Where's Randy? Here you are. As they're coming up, I just want to, I'm sort of cueing you for a sermon that's coming up in a couple minutes. We just read, Tracy just read this amazing passage, which for this mitzvah, it's verse 11. For this mitzvah which I command you this day, it's neither beyond you nor far away. It's not in heaven, causing you to say, who will go up to heaven on behalf? And it's not across the sea. No, this is very near to you in your mouth and in your heart. We're going to continue. Andy will continue as soon as the aliyah is offered on verse 16.
Baruch hu Adonai Habarach. Baruch Adonai Habarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Habarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Asher anochi mitzavacha, hayom le'ahavaha, et Adonai Elohecha, lalechet b'divrachav, V'lishmor mitzvotav, v'hukotav, v'mishpatav, v'chayita, v'ravita, uvrachacha, Adonai Elohecha, ba'aretz, asher ata, b'shama, l'rishta, Va'im yifne levavecha, velo tishma, v'nishtachta, v'hishtachavita, le'elohim, avaharim, ve'ahadata.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Okay. And for the 7th Aliyah, calling up the Daniels family, Abraham and Fasne, Adam and Michelle and Aaron and Shoshana and Robert and Kira. Come on up.
So Dana is chanting. Dana will be concluding from verse 18.
Baruch Adonai Habarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Higadeti lachem hayom ki avod tovedun לא תאריכון ימים על האדמה אשר אתה עובר את הירדן לבוא שמה לרשתה העידותי בכם היום את השמיים ואת הארץ החיים והמוות נתתי לפניך הברכה והקללה ובחרת בחיים למען תחיה אתה וזרעך לאהבה את אדוני אלוהיך לשמוע בקולו ולדווקא בו כי הוא חייך ואורך ימיך לשבת על האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני לאבותיך לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב לתת להם
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם אתה בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. So you know, one of the great privileges and pleasures of being rabbis is we can share so many precious moments with so many of you. Every one of the aliyot up here, we've had some amazing life moment. It just so happens that I have had the great pleasure and privilege of standing at the 3 chuppot, the chuppahs, for these 3 children of the Daniels family, and it's an amazing blessing and privilege. I love you.
We had the pleasure to have you. I'm sure that's why it's working out so well.
Okay. So in addition to standing under the chuppah, we get the incredible blessing of learning Torah with our Torah readers. And I'm thinking back, Lori Beth, this is 6 years ago, the first time you chanted. And so I want to ask us all to rise as we offer a blessing to Misha Berach, to our Torah chanters. May you continue to grow. Misha Berach Adonai, Misha Berach Eloheinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Dear God of our parents, may you continue to grow. Help us to know that every little dot and tittle of the Torah brings us some joy, some hope, some confidence, some optimism that we can change the world. Each of you bring your voices to Torah. I hope it helps you to bring your voices in love and in generosity and courage and aspiration to all parts of your life. And let us all say, Amen.
So you may be seated. And the last moment before we raise the Torah for Hagbah is always a moment when we try to bring some healing. And so we want to think, our Judaism is nothing if it's not speaking to the issues of the day, the suffering of the day. And so to share a little bit about what is going on in Puerto Rico, I invite Harrison Weinberg. Is he here? Yeah, come on up. To just share a few words with us.
Hi, my name is Harrison Weinberg. I recently became a bar mitzvah here at Beth-El. And as a part of my ongoing mitzvah work, I am helping our congregation fundraise to help victims of the latest hurricane in Puerto Rico. 2 of my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, and cousins on my mom's side live in Puerto Rico. I feel a special connection to Puerto Rico because of my family. It's always been a welcoming place. My brother Sam and I had the unique experience of combining our love of snorkeling in the ocean and science at marine biology camp run by college professors and researchers this past summer in Parguera in the southwest corner of the island. Hurricane Maria cut off that section of the island and destroyed my family's homeland. Because of the difficulty of getting actual supplies onto the island, Raquel Weinberg, my mom, has been tackling the job in 3 phases. 1. Mom and other American airline flight attendants and pilots have spent thousands of dollars on generators, food, solar, and portable lights, batteries, and other supplies that they collected, packed, and shipped over the last 48 hours for free courtesy of American Airlines. The offer of free shipping for employees expired yesterday. LSG, an airline catering company, donated water, food, and snacks that were added to the shipments. Over 20 generators and more than 20 150-pound boxes have been shipped. It will be personally picked up by family members at the San Juan airport and, as we speak, received by more than 20 different neighborhoods on the island. Our family personally thanks all of our friends in the community and in our congregation that donated supplies that we packed in our home and were shipped over the last 2 days. 2. Dad has been working to expand collection points on Long Island for the pickup of water and supplies that will be brought to the New York State offices in Hauppauge. Distribution is not yet occurring from containers in San Juan and to the rest of the island, but will occur when a network and plans are put in place for distribution island-wide. This brings me to the 3rd and most immediate phase. 3. The most effective way we can help is through donations. Temple Beth Shalom is the Reformed synagogue where my parents received their chuppah for their wedding and is located in San Juan. Mom will meet with representatives of Temple Beth Shalom that are here in New York. In a few weeks, my mother will travel to Puerto Rico and visit Temple Beth Shalom to identify people and families in need. She will bring with her money raised by our Temple Beth-El. The synagogue in San Juan will then be able to target specific individuals, many of them elderly, who are without medicine, power, food, or other basic supplies to get them whatever they need. Mom will be able to report back on what the continuing needs are and how best we can help during the many months it will take to restore power and for the availability of water, food, medical supplies, gas, and other basic supplies to return to normal. It makes me feel more connected to you and our world to give and now to receive and deliver help to people truly in need. If you wish to help, please make a check out to Temple Beth-El, Rabbi's Discretionary Fund, with Puerto Rico in the memo. Thank you. Let's make a good year for all of us.
Now call up Alex Schechter and bringing thoughts of strength and healing, of course, to those in Puerto Rico and to anyone in our hearts who is in need of healing of any kind. Our Misha Berach prayer can be found on page 273.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Avotenu refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
All right. Sandy, it's pretty amazing, huh? It's your grandson.
Don't get off the bima without a Meir hug. Calling up the motions for Hagba and Glila. Matthew will soon be doing the heavy lifting of becoming our official lay volunteer for editing our Shema. No task for the faint of heart. And is it your birthday tomorrow?
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And so we rise, of course, when the Torah rises. We're on page 274.
It's all in the news. It's going to help you.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la la la. May be seated. And it's my honor to call up past presidents Abrams, Frank and Leslie, and Marge Cursius, who will be offering the Haftarah reading. The blessings can be found on page 275.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai הבוחר בתורה ובמשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי האמת בצדק.
Continue on page 277. Cry from the depth, says God. Do not hold back. Lift up your voice like the shofar. Tell my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sin. Yes, they seek me daily, as though eager to learn my ways, as if they were a nation that does what is right and has not abandoned God's law. They ask of me the right way, eager for God's nearness. They say, why did we fast and you do not see it? We afflict ourselves and you do not know it. Because even on your fast day, you think only of desire, while oppressing all who work for you. Because your fasting is filled with strife, and with callous fist you strike. No, your fasting this day will not lift up your voice before heaven. Is this the fast I desire, a day to afflict body and soul? Bowing your head like a reed, covering yourself with sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast, a day worthy of Adonai?
Is not this the fast I desire, to break the bonds of injustice and remove the heavy yoke? To let the oppressed go free and release all those enslaved? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and to take the homeless poor into your home and never to neglect your own flesh and blood? Then shall your light burst forth like the dawn, and your wounds shall heal quickly. Your righteous one leading the way before you, the presence of Adonai guarding you from behind. Then, when you call, Adonai will answer, and when you cry, will respond, I am here. If you remove the chains of oppression, the menacing hand, the malicious word, if you offer your compassion to the hungry and satisfy the suffering, then shall your light shine through the darkness, and your night shall become bright as noon. Adonai will guide you always, slake your thirst in parched places, give strength to your bones. You shall be like a well-watered garden, an unfailing spring.
From you they will rebuild ancient ruins, lay foundations for ages to come, and you shall be called the one who mends the breach and brings back the streets for dwelling. If you cease to trample Shabbat, stop pursuing your affairs on my holy day, if you call Shabbat a delight, the holy day of Adonai honored, and if you honor God by not doing business or speaking of everyday matters, then shall you take pure delight in Adonai. I will lift up your journey on earth to the highest of places and nourish you from the heritage of your father Jacob. For thus spoke Adonai. Page 280. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol ha'alamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer v'yoseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav, emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, v'al ha'avodah, v'al ha'nevi'im, v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, v'al yom ha'kippurim hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnucha, limchila v'lislicha, u'lechapara, lechavod u'letifaret. Al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, u'mavarchim otach, yitbarach shimcha, b'fi kol chai tamid le'olam v'ed, u'dvarcha emet v'kayam la'ad, Baruch atah Adonai, melech mochel v'soleach la'avonotenu, v'la'avonot amo beit Yisrael, u'ma'avir ashmotenu b'chol shana v'shana, melech al kol haaretz, mekadesh ha'shabbat v'Yisrael, v'yom ha'kippurim. Amen.
It's my honor to call up Eric Gershwin to offer the prayer for our congregation, which can be found on 284. And just a word for the choreography of the morning. We'll be offering the prayer for our congregation, the prayer for our nation, and then will come Meir's sermon. Definitely worth staying for. I've heard it.
Eternal Presence, who blessed our mothers and fathers, bless this holy congregation, a house of study, prayer, and righteous deeds. Together we give thanks for our leaders, those who learn, teach, and uphold the Torah, inspiring others to learn, teach, and uphold the Torah, those who do the sacred work of building our community. May their service bring them joy, fulfillment, and purpose, and may they go from strength to strength. For our members, diverse in age, interest, and background, Jews by birth, Jews by choice, and those of other faiths who join with us. All who offer their time and talent, their love and commitment. For all who come here on this holy day of Yom Kippur to share the search for meaning and renewal. Your presence is a blessing, your friendship a gift. May the spirit of peace, dignity, and respect live within these walls, inspiring us to care for one another with compassion. And may we be a source of goodness, light, and healing for the world. May the one who blessed the generations before us bless us as we stand together this day, one congregation joined with all Jewish communities of the world through our prayers on this Day of Atonement.
All together, let's join Eric. Let us renew ourselves for the year ahead. Let us honor the precious legacy that is ours. It's been what, how many years since your bar mitzvah right here? Just a couple years since your bar mitzvah.
Only about 6 or 7?
6 and 7, excellent. Excellent. You too, you too. Thank you so much. We have a bar mitzvah, b'nai mitzvah, for Eric and Jackie's kids in a couple, December 9th. Okay, if we could ask Ellen Green now to come up for our prayer for our nation, for our country.
God of holiness, we hear your message. Justice, justice you shall pursue. God of freedom, we hear your charge. Proclaim liberty throughout the land. Inspire us through your teachings and commandments to love and uphold our precious democracy. Let every citizen take responsibility for the rights and freedoms we cherish. Let each of us be an advocate for justice, an activist for liberty, a defender of dignity. And let us champion the values that make our nation a haven for the persecuted, a beacon of hope among nations. May our actions reflect compassion for all people within our borders and abroad. May our leaders and officials embody the vision of our founders, to form a more perfect union, to establish justice, to ensure domestic tranquility, to provide for the common defense, to promote the general welfare, and to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. We pray for courage and conscience as we aim to support our country's highest values and aspirations, the hard-won rights that define us as a people, the responsibilities that they entail. We pray for all who serve our country with selfless devotions in peace and in war, from fields of battles to clinics and classrooms, from government to the grassroots, all those who hold noble deeds and sacrifice benefit of our nation and our world.
Why don't we join all together this final paragraph? We are grateful for the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that our founders
ascribed to you, our Creator. We pray for their wisdom and moral strength, that we may be the guardians of these rights for ourselves and for the sake of all people, now and forever.
Thank you so much, Alan. Our prayer for Israel, the next page, 288. Avinu Sheba Shamayim.
Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Golo, אבינו אבינו שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו ברך ברך את מדינת ישראל ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו הגן עליה באברת הזכה ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך אבינו אבינו שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו אבינו אבינו שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו ושלח אורך ועמיתך לרשך שריה ויועציה ותקני ביצה טובה מלפניך ותקני ביצה טובה מלפניך אבינו אבינו שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו אבינו אבינו שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו.
Okay, I know we've been here a while. For me, I got nowhere to go. Not eating much. So, I don't know, let me share a few thoughts. I've put a little bit of time into this, but Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, he was called the Ohev Yisrael, the lover of Israel. And it was Yom Kippur, and he saw a man outside smoking a cigarette. Levi Yitzchak walked up to him and said, "My dear friend, you must not know that today is Yom Kippur." The man said, "Yeah, I know it's Yom Kippur, Rabbi." Levi Yitzchak said, "Well, you must not know that on Yom Kippur it's actually forbidden to use fire and smoke cigarettes." The man said, "I know it's forbidden." And he puffed away. And at that, the rabbi looked up and said, "Ribono shel olam, dear God, you see how wonderful your people are, smoking on Yom Kippur, and yet he will not tell a lie about it." It's not bad. Actually, I can stop now. Should I? Actually, I have to interrupt myself. I want to tell you that for years, when I would light birthday candles, the wish I asked for was to be funny. It's true. So you're kind of making my wish come true. Thank you. So it's a good story. It's a good story, and I share it here for one reason. Levi Yitzchak speaks a very foreign language. His language reveals the good hidden in the bad. And we desperately need to learn that language. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, "Ala geshamim v'ala besarot tovot baruch hatov v'meitiv v'ala ra'ot omer baruch hadayan ha'emet." 1800 years ago, Rabbi Yehuda of the Talmud says, "For rain and other good tidings, we say, blessed is the one who is good and does good. And for bad tidings, we say, blessed is the judge of truth." Over the good, we have a blessing, and over the ra, the bad, we have a blessing. Chayav ha'adam levarech ala ra, kashem shemevarech ala tova. Just as we are obligated to bless the good, so too must we bless the ra, the bad. 1,800 years ago, Rabbi Yehuda's great concern is teaching a new mode of communicating, a new language. Remember what we chanted a little while ago. I read it to you, the translation. This teaching is not too baffling for you. It's not beyond your reach. It's not in the heavens or beyond the sea. No, this thing is very close to you. It's in your heart and on your lips. But what's the Torah talking about? In your heart, on your lips? The answer that Rabbi Levi Yitzchak and Rabbi Yehuda offer is a new language. Just as we bless the Tov, so too should we bless the Ra. A new language. Many of you know of my personal love affair with the Hebrew language. It started at age 38, 25 years ago, after my bar mitzvah. And at 48, almost a decade later, just before we arrived here in Great Neck from Jerusalem, I could live my life mostly in Hebrew. It was not the same facility or ease, of course, that I feel in English. But I could live with heart-filled joy in my flimsy home of Hebrew. I recently read a book on this very subject. It's entitled In Other Words, written by a woman named Jumpa Lahiri, a prize-winning author. Although Bengali was the language of her childhood home, English has been the language of her adult literary fame. But some years ago, Jumpa began to fall in love with Italian. And In Other Words is her first book written in Italian. It's a romance between Jumpa and her new love, Italian. For me, and I think for all of us, her book is a journey into the heart of Yom Kippur. In Ms. Lahiri's own words, this book is about her imperfections and her desire to know them in depth. She chooses to trade her perfect home, a beautiful English, for a flimsy, vulnerable, imperfect shack, Italian. Listen to her words. What does it mean to give up a palace to live practically on the street in a shelter so fragile? There are so many things that confuse me in Italian. What confuses me most is when to use the imperfect or when to use the simple past. It should be simple, but somehow for me it isn't. I don't instinctively understand the difference between the simple past and the imperfect. Needless to say, she continues, this makes me feel very imperfect. But I identify with imperfect because a sense of imperfection has marked my life. I've been trying to improve, correct myself forever. Here in Italy, where I'm very comfortable, I feel more perfect than ever. Every day, when I speak, when I write in Italian, I meet with imperfection. Jumpa Lahiri's struggle to master Italian is a beautiful and universal struggle with our human imperfections. What Ms. Lahiri describes is the essence of Yom Kippur. We all struggle with our language, with the words we speak and don't speak, with the feelings and reactions we have to both the good and the bad that we encounter in our lives. She asks a quintessential Yom Kippur question. Why, as an adult, as a writer, am I interested in this new relationship with imperfection? What does it offer me? And her answer is perfect for Yom Kippur. What it offers me is stunning clarity, a more profound self-awareness. Imperfection inspires invention, imagination, creativity. It stimulates. The more I feel imperfect, the more I feel alive. I pray that like Jumpa Lahiri, each of us is asking, might my imperfections inspire me? Can they unlock the seeds of inventiveness, creativity, and imagination? Jumpa Lahiri is teaching us how to bless the bad just as we bless the good. She's mastering Talmud. The good contains the bad, which holds the seeds of the future good. She's doing the deep work of Yom Kippur. Last week, Adina and I, we took a couple hours to go to the beach. And we were struck by 4 different people who seemed to spend hours posing and primping for their selfie. The perfect selfie, right? We all have our moments when we strive to be perfect. We even do it up here on the Bima. Everything should be just right. Oh, the hours we devote to making this so perfect. But it's actually a bit amusing. The point of a religious life in this day is to take us out of our false fortresses. On this day, our prayer is to be radically open to our flaws, to boldly and courageously peer into our imperfections. Levi Yitzchak, the Talmud, and Jumpa Lahiri, and our Torah reading are all teaching us a new language. It's not too far away. It's not in the heavens or beyond the sea. No, it's in our hearts and on our lips. We must bless the bad just as we bless the good. That is the new language we're charged to learn. It's in our hearts and on our lips. God desires the heart. I want to actually teach you 3 words. Repeat them after me. Rachamana, let me hear you. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. One last time. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. God desires the heart. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. One last time. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. Rachamana, liba, ba'eh. I want to clarify something. This new language, blessing the bad just like the good, is much more than a quaint spiritual practice. It's about something much more than enhancing good feelings in our lives. This new language is central to the future of our national home, to the survival of our beloved country. To solve our nation's problems, we must transform our culture of nastiness and condemnation. Uproot the culture of judging each other morally based on where we stand politically, to quote Bret Stephens. As a nation, we will go the way of many nation empires and civilizations if we don't demand from ourselves and our public figures a radically new language. The America we cherish, the America that has given us so many opportunities, will not survive. It surely will not thrive if we don't. We have the technology. The Talmud knows the language, and we can know it too, and at times we already do. The seeds of Ra, the bad, are always embedded in the Tov. The seeds of Tov are always hidden in the Ra. Indulge this former federal prosecutor. Let me present my case. Exhibit 1. The Dreamers, Latino immigrants who arrived here as babies, children. They didn't choose to be here, and they have never known another home. They face so much Ra, so much mean-heartedness. The Tov of these people's lives has been buried for years. From the public debate, it's hard to know that since 1980, 3 million refugees have entered the U.S., and not one has committed a lethal act of terror on our soil. And based on the last 20 years, the average refugee who entered the U.S. between ages 18 and 45 actually pays $21,000 more in taxes than they receive in benefits, including resettlement costs. To boot, please know, All 4 of my grandparents arrived here from Russia. Not one could speak English. Not one had a higher degree. But since Talmud is our teacher, the seeds of tov, of hope, of good, are very close. According to multiple surveys, more than 65% of registered voters in America believe that dreamers should not be deported. They should have the chance to pursue U.S. legal status and obtain work permits in America. Hidden in the bad are the seeds of hope and of good. Exhibit 2. The generations of prejudice and hate towards those in the LGBT communities prove the Talmud right again. The ra, the horror, the evil of inequality and hatred has given rise to a vast, extraordinary tov. We can change. In 2001, Pew Research reported that 57% of Americans opposed marriage equality. By 2017, 20% of Americans hold a new truth about life and love. Today, 62% of Americans support marriage equality. The ra, the prejudice and hate we saw in previous decades has given birth to so much tov. America's spiritual transformation on the right to pick a loving partner, regardless of sexual orientation, is a profoundly uplifting reason for hope today. 1 in 5 Americans changed their beliefs and feelings about love. Deep within those seeds of ra, bad, was the potential for great good. When we come to know each other, we can change. And for the tov. Exhibit 3. Think Charlottesville and those horrendous neo-Nazi white supremacists. It's unthinkable that they exist today in 21st century America. Jews will not replace us, Nazi marchers chanted. And with disgust, they asked the president why he allowed his daughter to marry a Jew. In my 57 years, anti-Semitism is nastier and uglier than ever. Let me share my truth. Channeling the words of Rabbi David Wolpe. There are no good people who stand with Nazis and Klansmen and white supremacists. The Talmud is right. Did you notice the tov? Did you notice? Conservatives and liberals have come together after Charlottesville and by unanimous consent passed Senate Resolution 49. Republicans and Democrats passed a resolution that, I quote, rejects white nationalists, white supremacists, the Ku Klux Klan and neo-Nazis, and urges the President and the President's cabinet to use all available resources to address the threats posed by those groups. The horror of Charlottesville has given birth to amazing bipartisan tov. This abject evil produced a resounding unanimous tov, an official congressional rejection of history's most horrific perpetrators of evil. Exhibit 4. We should know that even what feels like a divine miracle can carry the seeds of the bad. This year, 2017, is the 50th anniversary of Israel's Six-Day War. Think about the unimaginable victory when our most glorious dream as Jews was fulfilled. Har habayit biyadenu, the Temple Mount is in our hands. It was a messianic moment. But that historic fulfillment of our dreams carries the seeds to this day of Israel's greatest threat. Leader after leader in the international arena claims that Israel's occupation is the cancer of the Middle East. It's an outrageous claim. Arab hate long preceded Jewish control over the West Bank, but it proves the Talmud right. The good carries the seeds of the bad. There is no question that our rule and authority over the West Bank and East Jerusalem has galvanized more powerful efforts to destroy our beloved Israel, to delegitimize our sacred home. The tov, the good, carries the seed of the bad, the ra. Exhibit 5. Although it delays a nuclear Iran for about a decade, many believe that the Iran deal signed 2 years ago is very bad for Israel. In 8 or 10 years, Iran will swiftly rebuild its nuclear arsenal. In addition, the deal gives Iran billions of dollars to spread its lethal and anti-Semitic brand of Shia terror. Even when we see Tov, good, in delaying a nuclear Iran for a decade, we must be clear that it contains powerful seeds of impending evil. But there's Tov as well, even in that evil. This evil deal has created the highest level of collaboration ever between Israel and Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, other Gulf states, and Egypt and Jordan. God commands us to bless the Ra because it contains the seeds of the Tov, the good. Levi Yitzchak, the Talmud, our Parsha, Jumpa Lahiri are teaching us something desperately important, a new language, finding Tov in life's challenges, blessing the Tov in the ideas of others, seeing the Ra, the bad, in our own great ideas. Our daily exercise routine must build very important muscles. Raising up the seeds of good from out of the bad is a heavy lift, heavier than many a barbell. And repetitions make all the difference in our strength. This is daily work, recognizing the weaknesses in our own ideas and the strengths in the ideas of others. We can build new muscles. We can learn a new language. We can and must change our culture of callousness and self-certainty. Mastering this language will transform the way we feel and relate to each other. We must bless the Ra, just as we bless the Tov. For those of us today who appreciate actually contemporary wisdom, I just want to share with you Stephen Covey's 5th habit out of his 7 of the 7 habits of highly effective people. He says this, one sentence: seek first to understand and then to be understood. First, bless the Ra. Understand the perspective with which you disagree. Then bless the good, the opinions which validate my grand ideas. I've previously stated from this bima that compassion to the cruel will bring cruelty to the compassionate. In our world where Nazis, white supremacists, jihadists, North Korea, and others are growing more violent and lethal, this wisdom is profoundly important. But my focus on this day is not on them. It's on us. My focus here is how quickly we go to war with each other, with spouses, siblings, family members, our rabbis. Republicans and Democrats, married couples and friends cannot be in a discussion together. All too often we equate political difference with moral difference. By confusing political ideas with moral worth, we plant and water the seeds of our demise. We rarely search for the Ra, the bad in our own wise ideas. And we rarely seek the Tov, the good, in the ideas of others. All too often we debate as if we're professional prosecutors. We accuse, judge, and convict all in a split moment, split second. The time is today for a new language. A language that reminds us of our imperfections, but inspires creativity, vitality, and self-awareness. I'm aware that this is anything but easy. In fact, it may be the hardest thing. What is closest to us is often the hardest. I've heard it taught that the furthest journey in the universe is the journey from the head to the heart. But our country and our homes depend on it. There is no more critical demand of our time. Our nation and our families must learn a new language. It must be taught and practiced daily in our homes, schools, businesses. We at TBE will be a central address for learning this language. This new language is core to our mission of healing and forgiveness. We must bless the Ra, just as we bless the Tov. Let's imagine it. you might want to close your eyes. We're with a loved one, curious, with an open heart. We ask, it's all in the questions. What's the good that I'm missing in your idea? What concern of yours am I so quick to dismiss? What's the shortcoming of my idea that I'm so sure is tov, so good? This is our new language. It's actually a language of love and of romance. Think about it. It's a language of the heart. Every morning and every evening, we should practice this. And I want to invite us to take 15 seconds to do this work ourselves. Close our eyes. Is there a challenge we face? A person, a relationship which has felt raw, bad, dark? Can we seek out a drop of tov in that challenge or person? Is there a tiny ray of light we can bring forth from that darkness? Just a few seconds. Friends, this is at the core, at the foundation of our national well-being. Of course, it begins at home. We're called to bring light from darkness. That's the essence of our partnership with God. I have had many conversations with people in this room, conversations with so many of you. You have helped me to see the bad and what I felt was tov, and the tov, the good, and what I was sure was truly bad. On so many occasions, you are my teachers. And not only on matters in the public sphere, but also matters of private family life. My mom is 82. She's lived a beautiful life. She was a teacher and a national leader of the American Montessori Society. Her closest colleagues and friends were nuns. She taught me passion for the rights of children and women and the environment. When I was a boy, my mom declared that our clothes would be dried on a line, no more dryer. We had a compost in our backyard. She modeled what it meant to love ideas and to have the courage of her convictions. Today, my mom is a fraction of that woman. She can't manage a single detail of her daily plans. So many of us are living this experience, caring for loved ones, for parents who have lost so much of their vitality. Can we bless the ra, the bad? Just as we bless the tov, so too should we bless the ra. But it's so hard and so sad. And yet, my mom is beautifully present in her moments with family. She struggles less today with anxiety than in the prime of her life and career. She relishes every second we have together, even on the phone. There is love and appreciation in her heart. There is tov in this ra. There is good even in this bad. And it is very close. It is in our hearts and on our lips. Forgive me, I have one final thing to say. You may know that back in June, Temple Beth-El and the rabbis Feldman, me and Tara, we agreed to 10 more years. We are now beautifully bound up in each other's lives and future. As we launch this 90th anniversary year, Tara and I are completely committed to ensuring a future for TBE that will be worthy of its past. I imagine us a decade from now. The year is 2027. We and our TBE family will be proud and confident about our Judaism. We will be passionate and learned Jews, hungry for ever more knowledge and relentless in working to improve the world. We will be a thriving communal family. Ours will be known as a center for the heart. As hearts require wisdom, we will be leaders in thought. As hearts need great exercise, we will be tireless in our deeds of caring. As hearts need courage and kindness and depth, we will inspire extraordinary hearts. We will bless the good just as we bless the bad. For what God desires the most is the heart. A heart of wisdom, a heart of action, and a heart of love. Rachamana libabae, 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 Rachamana libabae. I need your voice. Rachamana libabae, Rachamana libabae. Please rise. Rachamana libabae. A few more times. Rachamana libabae, Rachamana libabae, Rachamana libabae, Rachamana libabae. God desires the heart.
Page 290, we remain standing as we put away our Torahs. Page 290.
Yehallelu et Shem Adonai ki nizgav Shemo levado.
We turn to page 292 and continue responsively. We stand in humility, conscious of our failings. Shema Kolenu, Adonai, hear our call.
Sacrifice to God is a penitent spirit. You are treasure a crushed and repentant heart.
For you are close to the brokenhearted, and you give strength to a suffering soul.
Of shattered hearts, you are the one who binds up their wounds.
For thus says the high and exalted one who lives forever, whose name is holy.
I dwell in a high and holy place, but also with the downcast and lowly.
To bring new life to despondent souls, to restore and revive repentant hearts.
Return now, Israel, to Adonai, our God, for you have fallen because of your sin.
Take words with you and return to God. Ask the Eternal, forgive what is wrong, accept what is good.
We stand in humility, conscious of our failings. We set before you the wrongs we have done.
We trust in your compassion, for you know who we are. Shema Kolenu, Adonai, hear our call. Page 296. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu tavo lefanecha tfilatenu va'al tit'alam mitchinatenu. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. And when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Ashamnu Bagadnu Gazalnu Dibarnu dofi Hevinu Vihirshanu Zadnu Amasnu Tafalnu shekev Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Yatsnura Kizavnu Latsnu Maradnu Niatsnu Sorarnu Avinu Hashanu Surarnu Kishinu Oref Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Roshanu Shihatnu Tiavinu Tainu Titanu Ya la 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 Ya la 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 la
You may be seated, page 300. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice, and harm we have caused in your world, consciously and unconsciously.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you through our thoughtlessness, and harm we have caused in your world through impulsive acts of malice.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, together, the ways we have wronged you by abusing our power,
and harm we have caused in your world through disrespect to parents and teachers.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, the ways we have
wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through inflexibility and stubbornness. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world by making light of serious matters.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha,
the ways we have wronged you in our routine conversations, and harm we have caused in your world through envy,
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness,
forgive us, pardon us, and lead us to atonement.
ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
304, Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you openly and in secret, and harm we have caused in your world by hating without cause.
Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha,
the ways we have wronged you by losing self-control, and harm we have caused in your world through consumption of food and drink. Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you through sexual immorality, and harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts.
Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha,
the ways we have wronged you through greed and exploitation, and harm we have caused in your world through dishonesty in business. Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you through our innermost thoughts, and harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor.
Al Chet Shachatanu Lefanecha, the ways we have wronged you by offering or accepting bribes, and harm we have caused in your world by profaning your name in public. For all these failures of judgment and will,
God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, and lead us to atonement.
ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
So before we conclude on page 310, just a few announcements. As many of us are aware, right after this moment, we're not concluding. Meir reminded me. This is a brief hafsaka, just a tiny little pause as we make our way upstairs for the chapel meditations. It is, as we said last night, a really incredible thing to push it out and to stay here all day if you can. So we'll have a number of speakers upstairs in the chapel speaking about aspects of their spiritual journeys. That will be followed at 2:30 when Yizkor will begin here again with Rabbi Davidson. And that will lead into our afternoon experience beginning at roughly 3:45 when we will have members of the Parent Circle, Israeli and Palestinian, speaking about forgiveness and healing after a loss of a child to violence and terror. Be sure, if you are leaving with little ones, to come back at 6. Families are invited to sit upstairs, and the proverbial glow sticks will be distributed, and at the very last moment, we'll all stand before the open ark. Also, as part of Ne'ilah, that closing service, as we've done for the last number of years, anyone who wants to have an opportunity just to stand in silence before the open ark will all be standing, those of us who are able with the ark open, and anyone who wants to come can have a private moment before the ark. Last few things. Hello again. If you're watching us via live stream, it's a wonderful way to include even a broader reach of people in our community. We're so glad you're with us this sacred morning. As we said last night, yes, there are blue bins all around the building if you want to bring in food for the St. Al's Food Pantry. We have so many working poor who are really close to us and who do not have enough. An even more efficient way to help, and one that the Brotherhood is requesting, is to write a check to the Brotherhood of Temple Beth-El marked for St. Al's, and then they can go ahead, buy the greatest amount of food in bulk, and get exactly what St. Al's is needing. Also, there'll be many opportunities to help with our Great Full project, creating meals, a balanced hot meal that can be delivered to specific families in need in our community. Grateful will be going on Thursday evenings throughout the fall into winter. And if you want to clean up Whitney Pond, where there's a lot of plastic and bottles, join me on October 15th at 1 p.m. Again, we are supposed to live by the mitzvot and raise ourselves up through them. If you need to sit down and you can't stand, if you need to leave and have a drink or eat, take care of yourself. That's the very most important thing. And the party continues. It's a little much to hear now, but it's important that you know that our holidays will continue even after the final shofar blast.
Join us Wednesday evening for Erev Sukkot. Bring your own dinner for a meal in the sukkah at 6 o'clock with services beginning at 7. Our Erev Simchat Torah service, which is family friendly, will begin on Wednesday, October 11th at 7. Really, all of our programming is family friendly. And our Simchat Torah Yizkor service will be Thursday morning, October 12th at 10 a.m. And join me for an adult education opportunity on Thursday, October 5th in the sukkah at 7:30. We'll be studying Ecclesiastes.
If you haven't learned with Rabbi Mobaum, you're missing something very special. So don't miss it.
Her last class got a standing ovation, really. The energy, the intellect, you got to see it. We want to, I don't know if Stu Botwinick is here, but he's the reason that we have our executive director. He pushed us through. We have to have a break fast here, so if you want to stay at 6:30, have a bagel and a schmear in the atrium, there's no RSVP needed. Just come and be together for a last moment of community. Thank you to our incredible maintenance staff, who is not here and off working, but under the direction of Frank Stark has gotten us through. All of our office staff who do so much to get us to this moment. I see Charlene is with us with her daughter, and all of you who have helped to step up in the office. So many volunteers, Gloria,